have said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Ohio State Buckeyes. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Buckeyes will boot it away to start the game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. On the run, it's Madden. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Here's the handoff. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
The RPO, it's complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. And he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Going downfield for the big play. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. It's a better play there by the defense.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
Just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. The short hands. It's Peters. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. This is one of the great atmospheres in the sport, but this crowd demands to be entertained, and they are entertained right now.
Yeah, when you got got playmakers that you can throw the ball to down the field like Ohio State does consistently every year, you always expect this. This fan base goes nuts because year after year they have elite playmakers.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice complementary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job in the opening drive. Now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Wants to go up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Wants to keep it in the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
The Buckeyes will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th.
Man, those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. Now they'll run it on the toss. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
We know this running back's a playmaker. He's a guy they want to get going early and often in this game.
Also, you can wear out those big defensive linemen by making them chase.
Yeah, I like the idea of going outside. You want to mix and match it between the tackles to the outside. Get these big fellas running eastwards.
The Tide will get the 1st down.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. The give to the single back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Back has it. Finding open areas. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. out of the gun. The inside handoff, looking for a crease. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet.
Really nice job by the offense. Hey, man, trust your guys, right? We got all these analytics on 4th down, say to go for it. They trust their quarterback. He gets it done with the completion and gets the big first down.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Leaves it with the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
First quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Tune in to the Ocho, 8th play of the drive coming up. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Looking to fire. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Blasted as he lets it go. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. There's been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. They get to him as he throws.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. He wants to change this route. On 4th down, looking to pass. Good timing on the quick out. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Just a short pass to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. And the Buckeyes will punt it away on 4th down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Not able to pop the big return, but they got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They've sputtered a bit early, not being able to move the football, having to punt it away each of the first 2 times they had it. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Gets rid of it. It's complete to the right. That's a kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
The give to the back. Knocked down at the 47. It's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains.
Really nice run there. Now, listen, you know, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They've always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast, you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball on the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it right now. Those safeties fly up, those corners fly up outside.
That's a fumble. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover.
Start to get that offense going, start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Madden. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And these are the plays that defenses talk about, man. These are the ones that get you in those situations where you can win. You've given up some yards on this drive, but it doesn't matter. When you play a great job on 2nd down and force the passing situation, now, man, you get that dime package ready, you get that pass rush package ready, and you're ready to go get the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab over the middle. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throwing right. Got the big tight end on the corner route. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. The Buckeyes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Makes the grab. At the 35, he's got more. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Caught. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Gets it out fast. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Finally, somebody's able to get on the board. This game was sending offensive football back to the 1930s. Great job of executing. I know this is a defensive stalemate. I don't know how many points we're going to see in the second half. Guys, that touchdown, that might be all they need based on what we've seen here in the first half.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Wants to fire on second down. Makes the catch. It's Peters. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. He makes the grab. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. He'll go to work in the air on second down. Throws for the tight end. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
All right, well, the quarterback's showing you he is human after all. Finally throws an incompletion, and not just that, after a couple completions back-to-back-to-back, almost throws a pick.
And the Buckeyes come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Got it, looking for the first down. And he fights his way, but they'll stop him just short of the line to gain. It's fourth down.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
The Buckeyes will go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, past the marker. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Gonna look downfield again. Under fire. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. They're working that left side. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air. And this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Northern Illinois is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Huskies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Purdue. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Backed up now, here's second and long. They'll leave it with the lone back. He's stopped after picking up 1 to the 23.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They can really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they've dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball and force the incompletion.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Gets it out quickly.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
And the Buckeyes come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Wants to throw on third down. Looking left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. Making side adjustments here. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Now on the move. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Looking downfield on first down. With the catch, it's Peters. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly complete.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And the Buckeyes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now.
That's one of the only ways you were getting back in this game. You had to force a turnover. You still got to score twice at least to get back in this ball game to try to win it. Great stop. Now it's the offense's turn. I need to score and score quickly.
Here comes that Alabama offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Oh, he makes the catch. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
He's going to fire deep. Makes the grab on the big throw. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Finds his man. It's Madden. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And obviously you're in a tough spot. Like, you're down a couple of possessions. The defense knows you're going to throw the football, so you can tell they're backed up. They're playing the pass, and the offense has to take the little stuff underneath. They've got to find a way to make it split.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots. You read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Looking for a huge play. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Obviously, they fail on that fourth down, but because there's still time on the clock, this game's not over. Who on defense right now can step up and make a big play and get the ball back to the offense?
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And, boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. They go to the ground. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. So they'll send out the field goal unit. This field goal try to make it a 3-score game late. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Pittsburgh has had almost no answers today, and when they have had them, that other sideline has changed the questions. They're trailing by 15 to Iowa. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all,
going for the big play. He's got it up to 30. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him. This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got it. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to scramble. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
and that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number one for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Alabama!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. There he goes! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
The Buckeyes have taken it inside the 20. They'll leave it with him. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to adjust the pattern. Toss sweep to the left. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Power football with the run. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Timeout is called by the defense, and 12 seconds remain in the football game. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. One more play to pad the stats. To the air on 1st down. Right on the money. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they were today, these are the types of moments that can jump up and bite you.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.